Peter, as Director of the Coaching Program for Intel EMEA and Learning and Development Manager for the Sales and Marketing Group of Intel, you are responsible for coaching. What is your definition of coaching, and who can use coaching in your company under what conditions?
Okay. So for Intel, very simply speaking, coaching is about professional career development. Anyone at Intel can use coaching, and coaching is a great way of helping people find new perspectives in their career, helping them overcome career roadblocks, helping them improve the quality of the relationships they have with people in the company. It's also a big part of Intel's leadership development programs. It's not mandatory at Intel. Everyone can choose a coach or someone they would like to be coached for, and that's how we use it at Intel.
This sounds really great. What benefit did you hope for when you implemented coaching within Intel?
So we're looking for a mind change in people. We're looking that people become more effective in the jobs they're doing, more efficient in the jobs they're doing, and that's essentially how we measure the impact of the coaching we do at Intel. It's making people smarter and better at doing what they do. But it's also about ensuring that people are empowered themselves to do things, and they can work more independently and more effectively with others within the organization.
Wow. It sounds like your expectations have been met. Is this really the case?
Yeah, so we've been doing this at Intel in EMEA for the last 10 years. And last year we have a record number of people taking advantage of coaching within the company, so there's great demand for it. And the way we actually measure the success of what we're doing, or the impact of what we're doing, is the number of hours which we're doing, the feedback we're getting from people. And as I mentioned, because it's a voluntary program, if the number of hours and the feedback is going up, that tells us it's the right path for us moving forward.
Can you also quantify a return on investment?
Yeah, sure. The return on investment is a difficult one to quantify because this is all about people development and people becoming more effective, and coaching is one part of it. The main mechanism we're using at the moment is the number of coaching hours being done, and then the feedback we're getting from people who took advantage of coaching programs on how they're using the benefits of coaching to make progress in some of the challenges they're facing. That's how we measure it.
Talking about feedback, what feedback have you received so far from those colleagues who have taken advantage of the coaching offering?
The feedback has been very good. Let me give you a couple of examples of how coaching or how people would use coaching. So, for example, we have a big focus at the moment on female leadership development. And as part of these programs, coaching is one part. So each of these female leaders have access to coaching. We're using coaching for employees who have plateaued in their career, or they have a stagnation in what they're doing, to help them find new areas where they can actually grow themselves. And then another area which is a big focus for us is new college graduates, and integrating new college graduates into the company and making sure that they get support from coaches as they go through that integration. Those are three real examples of how we're using it at the moment.
Super. And how do you select your internal and external coaches, and what do you look out for when you select them?
So it's a very good question. So I mentioned it's in EMEA, our coaching program is 100% voluntary. Each of the coaches we're using are certified. The minimum requirement is, or the basic requirement is, a time commitment from them. We're looking for 10% of their time, which is dedicated to coaching. And that needs to be supported by their managers. So that's one of the requirements. And then we're obviously very interested to make sure that each of these have gone through robust training, coaching training. It's important that when we offer coaching, that whatever is in the box is also on the label. So we also have mentoring programs, and we have other sorts of development programs at Intel, but it's very important for us to make sure that coaching really is coaching. And that means it's not consulting or advising, that anyone who is coaching is actually adhering to these principles.
Super. And why do you see value in your internal and external coaches being certified by the ICF?
Yes, so it's very important for us to have a common standard of coaching. There's many different definitions of coaching, and we want to ensure we have the same standard for everyone who's coaching. And that can only be achieved if you have a common definition or a common framework. And we at Intel in EMEA, we figured that our definition or our methodology of coaching is very close to what the ICF's definition is. And the ICF helps us in the training of our internal coaches. So that's what we use ICF for. And we also use external coaches. It's important that we have a mix. Some people would like external coaches. Again, we pay particular attention that the external coaches we're using are also coaching according to the ICF standards.
And what continuous education do you expect from coaches in order for them to be considered for future assignments in your company?
So the debate, a good coach needs to be trained, and training isn't a one-off process, it's an ongoing process. So we're looking for a robust first training, and then we're looking also that each of the coaches goes through continuous training, so they continue to hone their skills and they get trained on that. So that's one important aspect. The other is coaching experience. Practice makes the master, and we try to make sure that each of our internal certified coaches is coaching a minimum of 50 hours a year, so they stay sharp and they stay fresh, and they're building coaching experience as well. So that's the second thing we're looking for.
Great. And what is your view of the role that coaching associations play in this?
So the Coaching Association or the ICF really helps, make sure we keep this standard, and that we can do independent trainings, and the ICF can help us resource that as well. For us to actually create our own training program around the coaches, that would be a massive investment. And we believe that the ICF is very good and very qualified at doing that, and it's very close to our own standards. So for us, it's a natural partnership.
Super. Well, I'm very impressed. Thank you very much for taking the time. Thank you.